Hello everyone. It's Anastasia is here. How's everyone's going? It's a Saturday in Melbourne. It's a little bit overcast. We had a rain, but we on the right track to a summertime. So I do hope that you find yourself nice and safe in this world. And I just would like to quickly jump in today and talk about a very interesting subject, but it's not a new subject, but we're going to talk about it under different in a different in a different perspective. The subject we're talking about is called phone addiction. So you welcome to drop your comments about it, and you're welcome to sort of tackle into the subject and express your opinion and stuff like that. So the reason I'm here today and I want to talk about phone addiction because, as I mentioned, it's not a new subject. We know that by now that we're all addicted to this particular magical tool called smartphone. And by the way, research shows in Australia, let me say, statistically, we're going to have 21.5 million users of smartphone by 2022. Well, I can't imagine our life without a smartphone because at the moment we're all doing that. We can go live we can do Zoom meetings on phone. Yeah, we can actually reach out our relatives across the world, and we can actually talk about different aspects of life. We can see them. There's a video camera. There's a different settings we can utilize, and this is the tool that we can't afford not to use it anymore. This is a part of our life. And however, when we thinking about the benefits of the smartphone, it actually became an addiction. It's like a cup of coffee. Yeah, we can't be without coffee, some of us, or tea. Some of us smoking. So phone addiction is a huge issue because at the moment, statistically, research actually showing that excessive utilization of a phone is actually characterized by a loss of sense of time. So it actually can trigger anger, it can trigger tension, depression, irritability, and we can feel absolutely being withdrawal from the society. So we're so addicted now to this tool that we stopped watching around and start looking around and noticing what's happening around us. So basically, the research is actually showing that 20% of smartphone users spend more than 4.5 hours on the phone within the weekday. The research is actually also showing that addiction can lead to imbalance in our brain chemistry, and it triggers depression and anxiety. It can also impair our ability to interact in the real world with our family, with our friends. So, which means if we're not social anymore, so what's going to happen is, so we kind of become closed-minded, and all our world is aligning around this tool called smartphone. It's a very interesting thing that when you're doing all this research and you're reading, you kind of realize that, yep, I kind of understand that. And then you're getting back to your phone. So now there's a different way of expressing and influencing the mindset. There's a different way of portraying a particular issue. And this is one of my favorite ways around, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's actually a filmmaking. It's a cinematography, it's a video content. Because sometimes when you're reading your text and statistics, you're thinking, oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's fine. And then you get back to your old habits. So there's someone in the space who tackled the issue, and he actually portrayed exactly what we're missing out when we're using a phone, and we're using the phone excessively. I can see that someone is watching now. You're welcome to drop your comments about the phone addiction because it's a live streaming. So you will be able to put your comments and I'll be able to answer them, or I'll be able to find the answer for you. So that person is Zev Howley. So he's a Melbourne filmmaker. He's a videographer, and he came up with this idea and the short movie called Restart. The movie is probably for like 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes max. It's basically the issue of phone addiction portrayed in a bit of a science fiction, a bit of a real and it's all about the generation, like a younger generation. Yeah, somebody put the like. That's fantastic. How's everyone's going? Just pop your comments. So it's basically about the young girl. I think her name is Samantha. The film is actually has been produced in Melbourne. And when you're watching the movie, it's actually so real that people actually holding their phones, they're walking down the streets. She's holding the phone and her head is down, right? So her head is not up, her head is down. So she's walking around and all other people around her are also holding the phones, right? So we became like a zombies. So we're all zombie. Like we're walking, we're watching the phone, we're walking, watching, putting our faces down. And the streets of the Melbourne CBD, yeah, if you've ever been, I think it's been in the Flinders Street. So she's walking and facing, and basically she can't see anything around her. So the family is there. They are, they want her to join in, and she's just facing. She's looking at the phone. She's sitting down on the bench, and there's a guy who's trying to do a drawing of her, and to describe how beautiful she is. She doesn't notice what's happening around her. And there's like a little narrow street where they're actually going down, and all the people, probably Generation Z, so the younger generation or millennials, they're just walking down behind of her back, and they've got no idea what's happening. So the world, there's two different worlds, like a virtual world and the real world. And this is like the reflection of what's happening now. So it's not happening yesterday, it's now. Yeah. So basically the people like literally like zombies. They're looking down, they're looking at the phones, and there's nothing going on. The world is there, it's beautiful. Somebody's playing violin on the streets, and they're not noticing that. And all of a sudden she hits by the car, right? And there's a stranger walking down with a suitcase. I don't want to give away too much. You're welcome to look at this video in the description. I popped it in. Something is just changing all of a sudden. To me personally, that stranger is actually, it's a bit of a science fiction here going, and backed up by the music and, reflection on the timing, on the trend. It's a trendy kind of current. So we want to be current as well. This guy is a way of, to me, I looked at him as a sort of angel kind of sort of person who's got that sort of power to change things. And all of a sudden it's tracking back, and the movie called Restart. So we press the button, so it starts again. So the question is, what if? What if she doesn't do it? What if she just look up? What if she goes straight forward? What if she doesn't look down? What is actually going to happen? So in this particular moment, this is when the influence starts occurring, when we people looking at it and we realizing this is us, this is who we are. It's not just that girl. So that girl is a reflection on us. It's unfortunate, it's fortunate, because technology also is a bonus, but at the same time, what we actually missing out. So the girl starts looking up. She doesn't have a phone on her. She's joined her family. The guy's on the bench creating a beautiful portrait of her. There's music there, and the life is different. So she's communicating. So she's walking down on the streets with other people. She's talking. She's happy. The world is different. I have a goosebumps right now. And it's basically a reflection before and after. So what if? All these questions that we have is the disclosure of opportunities, and opportunities comes along. What if I don't have this phone on me? What if I don't look down? So there's so much to look into rather than looking into your phone. So this is basically the movie itself. It gives you a short snapshot. Basically, it's a snapshot of what's happening now. And all of you, I would like you to watch it, because underneath in this description, so I popped it in the link to Zev's movie. So you will be able to watch it. And it's incredible how this short movie is actually a reflection on the current issue, which is a phone addiction. So it's called Restart by Zev Howley. By the way, this movie has been shown in Yarraville Sound Theatre movie last year, and I actually personally watched this movie. It was a premiere of this particular, there's like a festival of all filmmakers, artists, and it was absolutely incredible. So just when you watch it, you please comment and express your opinions, what you think, and what you feel about it. And I think the power of the filming, in generally speaking, it's not just a script, it's not just for entertaining sake, it's about influencing people, and it's about influences us, because this is a different shape and form to say this is the issue, this is where we're at, and what we can do about it. What if we don't do that? So there's a couple of other things I want to mention, that according to the research, which is I found it on healthline.com, there's a 3 different issues that the phone can cause. The first issue is so-called nomophobia. So nomophobia is a fear of going somewhere without your phone. Do you have that? Like when we leave home, oh, did I have my phone with me? Do I have it with me? Oh, where's my pocket? Is it in the pocket? Is it in the bag? So it's called nomophobia. The second issue is called textaphrenea. It's crazy. It sounds crazy. It's like a schizophrenia, right? So it's a textaphrenea. So the fear that you can't send or receive texts. So you can't send a text to someone. So that's crazy. And the third one is called phantom vibrations. So basically the feeling that your phone is alerting when it actually is not really alerting. So that's crazy. So that's like on the mental health. It's a mental health issue, so it can cause mental health issues, and basically, yeah, so it can cause depression and aggressive behavior, like a long term. It's also the research shows that it has been that the mental health and physical health is actually associated with a cell phone addiction. So if we talk about the long term, it can affect our mental health. So this is a little bit crazy. So what do we do with that? Yeah, how can we change that? Honestly, to be honest with you, there's a little changes we can do about it. Like I can talk about my personal perspective, and this is something I found as well from the research perspective. First of all, you need to turn off the notification, and you can delete destructive apps. So for example, if you've got Facebook notification or Instagram notification, you're constantly listening to those notifications, and you're like, oh, this is something interesting. Oh, this is something I need to pick up the phone. I need to check this. I need to check that. So stop that. So just delete those notifications. Maybe leave one social media platform where you constantly that you permanently using, like say Facebook, but don't do too many. Just maybe keep one, but not like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because you're just gonna go crazy. Then what I learning and what I do, I'm setting up the timing every single day. I've got a particular time frame. Like for example, now I'm talking, so maybe later on I can allocate 1 hour for social media. Yeah. So this is something I already discussed in the previous chats. So what you have to do, just say, okay, so today, I don't know, before the grand final, from 4 till 5 o'clock, I'm doing social media. I'm answering all questions. I'm providing the answers to all my friends, whatever they ask me about. I'm going to chat to someone for 1 hour. That's it. So I'll pop it in. I put the phone somewhere else and I don't touch it. Leave your phone in the bag, for example, when you go for a walk. Like, this is something I personally learned. When I go for a walk, if it's a short walk, like say 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, because obviously now we're in a lockdown situation, and particularly in Victoria, leave your phone in the bag and go for a walk. So this is what I do. I don't touch the phone. So when I come back to my car, I can check, okay, there's no text, there's nothing, there's no emergency. So that's completely fine, right? Nobody called me, that's fine. So because if it's an emergency, they can call me. So leave your phone in the back and go for a walk and don't touch it. Because basically what happens is, if you take your phone with you and you go in for a walk, what are you going to do? You're going to pull it out and you're going to continue swiping all this notification, checking your Instagram, checking your Facebook. So basically 3 top advices: delete excessive notification apps, leave your phone in the bag and go for a walk, right? And basically set up a timer. So statistically, as far as I understood, for your health, for your mental health perspective, you should use your phone 2.5 hours a day max, not like 4.5 hours. So 4.5 hours, imagine 4.5 hours, you're sitting on your phone, right? So we have 7 days a week. Okay, let's take it 5 hours. So it's like 35 hours a week you on your phone. So you literally more than 24 hours sitting on your phone, literally. That's like a lot of hours. So it needs to be reduced to 2.5, right? So this is like a small advice from the researchers. I know that some of you thinking right now, wow, phone is a need. This is something we need to use. This is something that is very important. And I 100% agree with you. But then on the other side, we need to look after ourselves. Our mental health matters. And the movie of Zev is actually, the message is there. And the message is very, very clear, right? So it's an influential message that you actually literally can cross the road with your phone, like looking into your phone, you literally can be hit by the car. So there's cases like that already occur. The history knows it's already happened. And this is something that I'm referring not to everyone, but I'm referring that to myself, because I sometimes don't do that. And this particular movie is just spot on. So this movie link video is in description under this chat. Please click on it, watch on it, and share. And I'm sure that you will find this movie very, very interesting. So this is pretty much all I wanted to say. So I just wanted to say that you're going to be safe when you're using your phone. You're going to be careful when you're using your phone. You're going to start looking up or looking straight rather than looking down. Because it's actually statistically, the research was showing that the younger generation, they're going to have the illness regarding the disease related to your neck. So the new generation, they're going to have a neck issues because they're all going to look down into your phone. So it's a reflection on your mental health and it's a reflection on your physical health. Okay, so thank you so much for coming in today. Like, I've seen that some people were watching. Thanks for your like and potential comments. This video will be available obviously on YouTube now, and I'm going to pop it in ubizblog.com. So you're welcome to check it out. And if you've got any particular topics you want me to look into and do some research on it, you're welcome to drop your comments as well. Thank you so much, and please stay safe. Your Anastasia. Thank you. Bye.